I'm going to go back up here, press onwards. Yes, please. We're going to go here. It's going to say you want to use a rat tail. Yeah, why not? I didn't know rat tails were that popular, girl. But yeah, we'll use a rat tail to get access to the Dragon King. Why not? Hey guys, welcome back. It is Vortie here, and we're going to be tackling eventually by the end of this video. I mean, we're gonna be fighting Bahamut, and I'm gonna show you kind of the way I did it. There's a few different ways obviously out there right now, but I'm gonna show you the way that I think is probably the easiest in the meantime. And a lot of people are kind of participating in this. If you see on their friends, they have either Rydia or Garnet kind of set up for you guys, so you can kind of use them and then try and do this the same way. So essentially what you're going to be needing is a couple of chainers, and then either Rydia or Garnet fully leveled up with a Bahamut friend. So I'm going to kind of try and explain how that goes. But before we jump into that, I kind of want to explain why we're going to be using either Rydia or Garnet, okay? So just going to do a little bit of a transition here. Bam! Look at that. Alright, so the first unit we're going to be looking at is Garnet. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the strategy, I'm going to talk about the unit, and really there's only two units really to talk about, and the third unit is going to be up to you guys. It's just a chainer, or how you want to chain. So the reason Garnet is of interest here to us is because of her Evo magic boost. So naturally, just by leveling her up to 5-star level 80, you will get 40% enhanced magic for her summon. And on top of that, she's got 4 slots, so you can put another 4 in there, so that puts her at 80. However, her enhancements also came out, which allows this last one here at level 73, this one, to be enhanced, so you can get it to 50%. So she's got 60% in her kit naturally after enhancements, and then with the 4 that you can put on her, that increases her damage by 100%, which is pretty cool. So having her maxed out with her enhancements, which aren't actually very expensive either, is actually really nice. And if you're going to be helping your friends on your friends list, which is what I'm working up to right now, trying to do, so anybody who I have or anybody who finds me can utilize that in the meantime to get Bahamut. So I have enhanced mine to 50 plus the one that's got here 60. Unfortunately, I never ever thought that I would need to get farm up the materials for Evo magic. I've only able to craft 2 so far, so I don't really have the best setup yet. But anyways, that's neither here or there. The next one here is Rydia or Rydia, whatever you guys want to call it, but I'm going to call her Rydia because I think that's probably what her real name is anyways. She's the other summoner we have. She gets 60% in her kit naturally. So you got 30, 40, 50, 60 in her kit naturally if you max her out. The only thing that's bad about her is that even though she's a 5-star, she only has 3 slots. So you got 50, then 60, 70, 80. The highest you can really get to her, sorry, 60, the highest you can get to her is 90%. So it's not bad by any means. If you don't have Garnet and you have Rydia maxed out, it'll do. So essentially I wanted to show you that you can do it with 2 units. Later on in the future, if you're watching this video in the distant future, this is going to be a lot easier because there's more powerful 5-star based units coming out later that have this, and they have more interesting Evo magic boosts to them where they will just destroy this boss even easier if you use this method, okay? So those are the 2 units I wanted to show off for you guys right now. The next one is going to be, wow, did I just murder that unit's name? Shantoto. I murdered that name. Shantoto. So I'm going to be using Shantoto for this fight. Okay, so Shantoto, the way I'm going to gear my Shantotos is just as much survivability as possible so they don't get destroyed while we're farming the limit burst orbs. Or just getting our thing up. And then what we're going to be utilizing for Shantoto is going to be her dual black magic, and we're going to be casting only 1 spell, and it's going to be Tornado. I'm going to be bringing 3 Shantotos. Shouldn't be very difficult to get to 5-star level 80 if you have at least 3 of them. That's really the hardest part, is having 3 of them. Leveling up is really easy, or really easy right now in the global version because of the events we have. You spend energy on keys, you get the keys, you go to tier 2, you farm it, you get enough materials to level up. I pretty much got a lot of my 4 and 5 star units I've been interested to 6 star and maxed them out with this method. It's pretty rewarding because you also get gil and experience at the same time. So that's what we're going to be doing with that. So Shentoto is going to be my little chainer, okay? And the strategy we'll talk about just before we start, okay? So those are the 3 units I'm kind of looking at. What other chainers can you use? You can use units that have the pod 153 on them and try and get the chain as high as possible, and then utilize the Bahamut right before the chain hits. So that's kind of a predisposition to what we're going to be doing. Alright guys, so we're going to jump into the next part here and we're going to talk about the strategy. Alrighty guys, let's take a look at the strategy. What are we going to do to go beat down this bad boy? So essentially just a quick overview, like a fast pitch for this plan is going to be to start off a big chain and then have a friend's Bahamut, somebody who's already unlocked Bahamut, whichever way, and use him as a finisher for your chain to pretty much one-shot him, like one turn kill the boss, okay? So that's kind of how it is. That's our process. So we're going to be utilizing, like I said just a second ago, we're using Shentotos for the chain, and then we're going to use a friend's either Garnet or Rydia, depending whichever they have. As long as they have the Evo Magic, it should be fine, okay? Let's take a look at the actual process to get to the Dragon King. Alright? So, if you're ever curious, you can jump on XGS as well. It's where I'm getting the information currently, so that way you guys can also find this. I try not to refer to references that not everybody can have access to, right? So, you essentially, what you're going to do is make sure you finish Season 1. And once Season 1 is finished, you go to Zoldat downtown and just go straight north till you find Evan. Evan is Lid's brother. He looks just kind of like her. He's got orange hair. Very easy to spot in that area. So just talk to him and then you'll unlock it. And then the really hard part begins for this. You're going to get the edge of the realm on your map. You go to it and then you want to make sure you bring tents along. You want to make sure you bring recoverables and a really, really strong offense and defensive team. Essentially, if the monsters attack you first, you want to make sure that you can survive. And if you're attacking first, you want to make sure that you can one-shot them. Because most of these monsters, especially if there's more than one, will all cast the same spell. So if, let's say, you're fighting someone and they're casting Thunder, they're going to like dual cast Thundaga or Thundaja against you, and you're gonna be dead. So if you're not ready on a second turn, or like if you're attacking first and you don't do it properly, you could get killed, and then you have to start all over again from the beginning. Right? So these are the different points you have in the maps, except Internal Summit. The Internal Summit get unlocked when you get up to the closest part to it, and I'll show you that in a second. So that's how it is, right? So these are the ones you get to unlock. And I'll show you the path I took. I think it's the most relative path and easiest one to do. And for completing everything, you can get 520 Lapis. So the map, I have it pulled up here, so hopefully it'll load. Alright, so this is a map I found on Reddit. I can't remember who did this, so I can't really give them credit because I'm not sure what it is. But I'm going to give credit to the poster who posted it on Reddit. It's exactly like the one you have in the Japanese version, except this one's English. And on top of that, this person actually took the time to put all of the question marks and the collect points in all the areas, as well as where Bahamut can be, or Shadow Bahamut. Alright, so let's see, can I zoom in? Oh, it's gonna take me to another video. Where's my zoom in button? Where is it? There it is. Perfect, okay. So when you enter the map, you're up here in the top here. You can't see it, it's cut off for whatever reason. But in the top here of the map is where you start. There's a guy that you talk to him. He gives you a quest. And when you pick up all of these things, you get back to him. He gives you a hero's shield. Oh, sorry, dragon shield, which is actually really nice. But essentially what you want to do is when you get into the map, go left. Right? So go left. And then go down this side right here, going left all the way down until you get through all of these destinations to go through it. So essentially what you want to do is you want to go through all these parts. If you're going and you got a good party, Make sure you hit all the areas where there's a Shadow Bahamut on your way down, because you're going to need those rat tails. In order to fight Bahamut, you need one rat tail to create a bridge between yourself and Bahamut. We're in the internal summit, okay? And these guys have a chance of being there. They're not always there, so on your way down, make sure you hit them all. The first time you're going through everything, if you want to, you can get the collection points and all the items. It's up to you. Even with reduced encounters, you're going to be fighting monsters fairly often. So I would just find the simplest path to the exit and the fastest path to the Bahamuts and to the tents as you can, so that you don't get killed and you don't lose your progression, okay? I've died many times thinking to myself, going from the first tent, trying to get to this last tent right here, and literally right here, like really close to the tent, I'm like about to walk into it, I get a bomb, and I'm like, oh, no problem. So I've been using the same moves. I go to kill it, it survives with 3 hit points, it goes boom and kills my whole party in 1 hit, and I lose all of the progression that I did all the way from there, where I've killed hundreds of monsters. I spent like an hour and a half traveling down, getting all the rat tails and everything. I lost everything. Okay, so my advice for you is as clear and as simple. Hit the Bahamuts. If you want to hit the points, hit the Bahamuts, and get your way up to the tents. You can always come back to these events or to these like areas. They only cost 25 stamina, and you can come back and try and complete the quests later. You can do all the points, you can get everything done. It's a lot simpler just to come back later to get the quests finished, okay? So go left, hit the first tent, you're gonna go straight down, touch all the Shadow Bahamuts on the way down, go straight down. When you get to the Cavern of the Desolation, I went straight right. There's a collection point here and a Bahamut. If he's not there, you can just make a small circle down here. At this ledge down here, you should be able to see the tip of Bahamut's head. If you don't, he's not there, just go back to the tent, pick up the tent, on the way you go. Next time, when you start from this tent, you go back in. You can come down here to see if you can see Bahamut. If you can't, check to see if the Bahamut's up here, then progress straight down to this one here to go down to the Pass of Trials. At that point, go across. On this little ledge here, it's like a little bridge. You can see the tip of Bahamut's head. If he's not there, don't worry about it. Just go straight up. Go to on your all the way up to the next tent. When you get to this tent here, you will unlock that. Where did it go here? I'll show you. You will unlock the Eternal Summit. So from now on, you should be able to go to the Eternal Summit all in one go. You don't have to go back to this tent to kind of run all the way up here. You will be able to come up here into the Eternal Summit. So just kind of run up there, and then when you start from the Eternal Summit, this is where you're going to begin, and this is where we're going to be starting our quest when I show you guys how I fight it. You're going to start here. What I normally do is I go down and I go left, and in this little area is where I fight till I get enough Esper gauge so I can actually fight Bahamut. So that's kind of what it looks like. If you're curious and you want to go the other way, it's far more complicated to try and get through all this stuff to get here. It's far easier to go left, in my opinion. I have cleared both sides now, so it's no big deal, but it's up to you, okay? So that's kind of what's going on right now. So we might actually jump into this part here and try and get a rat's tail all in one go, alright guys? So stick around to see if we can get a rat's tail, and we'll knock that out as well, and we'll do the fight. Alright guys, so we're here at the world map, depending how far you've progressed in the story, but if you are hunting for Bahamut, you should be seeing this. So Bahamut, or the Realm of the Dragon, is at the bottom right. So when we get into the bottom right here, you can see I didn't actually tent up these other sides, and I said I did. I lied. I went all the way down to the Endless Cliff. I haven't completed this other side yet. I think that was the one where I tried to complete all the way down, and then I died, and I just never went back, and I went down the left side instead. But for the sake of trying to see if we can get a Shadow Dragon or Shadow Bahamut to appear, we're gonna try. Jesus, Vortie. We're gonna try and go because there's one on the left. So we're gonna go left here and try and pick this one up. If he's not there, we're gonna go back up, go around, and try to get to the right one here to see if we can at least get one of them. Otherwise, if they're not there, I'm just gonna back out. But essentially, just trying to show you, see at least if we can get one, so I can show you what they look like, and then we can try and knock them out. Right? So we're gonna start here at the edge of the realm. Sorry, not the edge of the realm. What am I saying? We're gonna start here. Peaceful Stream. That's the beginning of everything. The edge of the realm is where you're gonna go to talk to the NPC that will engage the whole story for you. So we'll just pick. Let's see if there's an Onion Knight. Hopefully. Perfect. And I'm gonna bring I'm gonna bring this party along for clearing. This is the party I was actually using when I was clearing, and I'll show you exactly what I was doing as I was running around, because when you build a proper party, it's very easy. You can just kind of keep chaining over and over again. Come on, do it for Billy. Alright, when you start here, there's going to be an NPC here. He's the one that gives you the dragon shield, so it's up to you to get. Alright, so I'm going straight. Come on, Shadow Bahamut. So there is a Shadow Bahamut there, so we're going to go fight him right away. We're going to hope. We're going to hope. Nice. So if you do get a Minotaur, he will drop a Star Quartz, but I will do the same thing I do every time to set up my party. She's going to heal. He's going to break defense. And then with the two Onion Knights, I do full blitz. So if you bring chainers, just whatever the chainers are doing, do that with them. And then with Ace, if you do have him, at the end, he will recover everyone's MP. At this point, I can just keep kind of autoing, just go through, and they'll just kill everyone. Especially if the other chainers, or your chainers you have elements in them, it's going to be easy. Ooh, we got the Scream Root, baby girl. Alright, so there's Bahamut. You approach him, you engage. He's not very hard. You have 2 turns technically for free to fight him before you kill him. So I'm just going to repeat. I shouldn't be able to kill him in the first turn. I'll kill him in the second turn. He's at 49%. He's getting ready to do his massive beam. No problem, bro. We'll just do Onion Cutter this time to make sure that he gets killed. But essentially, you got 2 turns to try and kill him. Look at those spark chains. Ooh. Flawless victory. Let's go hope for a rat tail. No items obtained. No rat tail. The battle is won. We didn't get anything there. So I'm going to skip over to the next part here when we fight the next Bahamut on the other side, if he is there. If he's not there, I'll just show you that he's not there and we'll continue. But here's a good example. The monsters actually got to attack first, and they were able to kill one of my units really quickly, so it's not fun. Alright, just hang on. Let's see if the other Bahamut's here. So the other Bahamut is actually not here. I just got into a fight as I was trying to press the button. But anyways, just ran right over to the right side to see if the Bahamut's there. He's not there, unfortunately. I'm not going to be able to catch a fight with a rat tail because I don't want you guys to stay here forever trying to see if I can get that rat tail. So as you can see, he's not here. Alright, I'll meet you guys at the Eternal Summit, and we're going to get this party started. Alright guys, I know I'm kind of jumping around here, trying to get all the cuts here. I tried to kind of get as much in there as possible for those of you who have not attempted this yet and are wondering what you're going to be putting yourself through with, okay? So I'm going to try and mimic as much as possible for what I did the first time when I was doing it. It's a little bit more difficult to try and mimic it. So essentially what I did was I have 3 Shuntotos. I'm bringing 9S as my breaker, because you're going to need a person to break spirit, to make it easier. If you don't, you're not going to do as much damage. And then I'm going to bring at least 1 unit that can help me get my Esper orbs. I can change this party up in a few different manners. I can put my Garnet here instead of the breaker, and then just bring another unit that somebody has completely decked out right now, that might have a break, right? Like just go in here and pick up one of these units that does has a spirit break, or a full break, or anything. Anything above 30% spirit break is going to be perfect for this fight. And then just use my Garnet instead. But again, I'm going to try and mimic being a person who hasn't done this yet and doesn't have their own Bahamut, okay? So I found a friend who's already beat it, and he's being kind enough to set up the unit just the way I'm kind of setting it up for people on my friends list. I'm hoping you, if you already beat it, are doing the same thing for your friends to kind of try and help the community progress and get that Bahamut, okay? So here we go. The next thing before I jump in, very, 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 very important. You need to stamp this down. If you're going to get a tattoo of something, you're going to get a tattoo of this. Do not enter the Eternal Summit without having a rat tail. Okay, make sure you equip that rat tail. Make sure you have it there. My advice is to bring Phoenix down, smoke bombs for a way to escape battle, as well as anything that can help you recover certain status ailments, because you can get attacked first. Hopefully we get a few examples here when I'm actually doing this for you guys. Alright, so here we go. So that's the party. Looking at what the Shuntotos are wearing. Honestly, just give them as much hit points as you can. Like mine are in the 2k, and I just put items on them like Draco Spike, which did nothing. It was completely useless. So I'm not even going to bother changing any of these other items. Like I can give this dude, yeah, that looks great, sure. Cool. 9S is going to be my other unit that I just there for the break. Anything I put on him is up to you guys. It's the same thing. I'll just put, I don't know, I'll put ribbon on him. Sure. Same thing again, Shintotos. I put gear on them because I thought that they would be able to do more damage, but they really don't. It's really all about the Bahamut. And then for my Onion Knight, I try to make him as strong as possible, but not going too hams because I'm not sure if anybody can still have a strong enough AoE unit like that, okay? And then the friend unit that we're bringing along, again, nothing special as far as the gear goes. This is the most important part, is getting that Evo Magic up and make sure that she's level 80, so she's got it fully capped out. The other thing you can do here is look at magic. Special here, make sure that the Evo Magic is boosted up so you get the best one. Otherwise, if it's not fully awakened, then you're better off with Rydia if she's got the 3 Evo Magic, right? Because they're going to be tied at 90. Alrighty, let's jump in. Alright, so this part I'm going to try and keep it uncut so that it's all smooth as possible for you guys, okay? So we're at the Eternal Summit. We're going to go down and go left. And I'm just going to try and stay as close to the door as possible to engage, because you can take one step and get into a fight right away. I've had that happen to me a few times. So let's see, is it first strike or are we attacking? Who's attacking? Who's attacking? Who did... Z-Bomb! I hate Z-Bomb! This bomb is crazy! I do not like Z-Bomb. So, in this case, because I have enough magic, way to refill my magic, I want to try and just chain as high as possible and get my magic, or sorry, try and get those orbs up. So I'm literally doing the same thing I would do anywhere. Yeah. You don't have anything, you're just gonna attack. $68, and we were not so lucky at getting a lot of limit burst orbs, as you can see. Onion Knight's the only one that's doing good, but either Garnet needs to get it, or we do get the Esper orbs. Alright, so this guy here is a big bully, so we're going to see what we're going to do for this guy. Okay, very broken chain because of the Onion Cutter. And looks like our girl's almost ready to go. But in this case, we're almost out of MP, so there's different ways that you guys can do this. You can just use 1 tornado, you can do 2, whatever. I don't really care, because I got plenty of items, and I'm not going to sit there and be, you know, just hiding my items for nothing. I really don't care. And you guys shouldn't either. You want to get in here and complete this as fast as possible, because you don't want to sit here and waste your time. Because if you sat around and dealt with trying to get to Bahamut, it was probably enough. Perfect. Didn't have to do anything on that one. Perfect. So sadly, Garnet and the Esper orbs were filled at the same time. So I'm going to go back up here, press onwards. Yes, please. We're going to go here. It's going to say you want to use a rat tail. Yeah, why not? I didn't know rat tails were that popular, girl. But yeah, we'll use a rat tail to get access to the Dragon King. Why not? Why not, man? I'm down. So with that rat tail, because now that rat tail looks so badass on you, it made this heavenly bridge for us to close the gap on. Alright. We're going to jump in here right into Bahamut. He's going to tell us some story. I'm not going to do this because I don't want to spoil this for anyone. And there we are. Alright. So there we are. Alright. Just had to transition there. My bad. So just transitioning over into my recording screen. I forgot I had my open one. So the whole goal of this is to just tornado the crap out of this dude. We're going to send him flying. We're going to send him flying. So dual magic. Tornado, tornado. First thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to do Spirit Break. Magic and Spirit right there. Boom. Bye-bye Magic and Spirit. Easy peasy. I'm going to get Mega Flare ready. So the way it works is it's got a long cast timer. Like it even though it hits, it doesn't actually hit till like later. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to click all of them, trying to like as close to each other as possible, okay? So the chain will begin. Chain is flying. It broke, but still got killed. Alright, so it was very, very quick. And I'm not sure if you guys have been inside. Even though the chain did not get super, super high, like if you get over 20 or 30, and then Bahamut hits anyways, it's going to be over. So that the fight is fairly simple, and that's kind of how it is. I'm going to skip this as well because I don't want to ruin any of the story for those people who haven't completed it yet. Okay. So we'll have some final thoughts in a second. Alright guys, so the closing thoughts on this fight is you can actually do this with 2 Shentotos. If you're having a hard time farming the crystals and you're not really sure, you can have 2 Shentotos. It's doable with 2. I brought 3 just to make sure that the chain, even if it breaks, it still does a lot of damage and it kind of builds it up. I've done a few different tests. The Shentotos themselves can take about 30% damage off the monster, or in this case Bahamut, without having a finisher. So they can do 30% damage when you have 3 of them, which is 10% damage per unit. But I also geared them in a way that one of them is a lot more geared than the other 2. The other 2 are like in the 500 magic, while one is like 600, almost 700 magic. So it does do a little bit. I wouldn't go in there completely naked, but you can. It's all about how high you can get your chain. So if you bring 3 Shentotos, you can do it. You can also build this up, again, like I said earlier, with other chaining units. Units that can get you up to 20 as a chain and then have Bahamut finish off is going to make it, it's going to be the same results. Okay, guys? So let me know in the comment section below how you guys are doing in regards to this. Are you having any trouble? I've completed this before. Defeat all the Shadow Bahamuts or Bahamut. I'm not really sure what they mean by this because I defeated Bahamut, but I did not get it. So it might mean like start from the beginning and then clear all the way up and defeat Bahamut or all the Shadow Dragons. Shadow Bahamut. I'm not really sure. But anyways, I got what I needed from this event, which was trying to get Bahamut. And gonna go up here. Go to the Esper. And then Bahamut. So the way Bahamut works is he only has 1 star, so he doesn't have his 2nd star. His 2nd star is going to be all killer effects, and that's going to be based on what you're trying to get. But how you build Bahamut is going to be subjective to how you're going to be using him and which units you're going to put him on. He essentially has like over 6,000 to everything, so he's pretty much the best for anything, whichever unit you build him for. So the way I built my Bahamut, because of who I'm going to be using him on, I put him as attack, magic, and MP, giving me the capabilities of either putting him on a unit that's going to be doing attack, a unit that's going to be doing magic, and then all those guys, they need MP. Okay, the reason I went this way is because I'm more of an aggressive player, and I am going to be putting Bahamut on my damage dealers, either if it's going to be a magic damage dealer or a physical damage dealer, as well as still being able to utilize hybrid units and making him be able to sit on a hybrid unit and them still benefiting from it. That's not saying that you couldn't have gone full spirit, full hit points, full defense, and then put him on a defensive unit. You would have gotten the same effect, but in a defensive manner, right? The same thing with trying to maybe go in like MP, magic, spirit. You can put it on a healer, on a magic caster, on a hybrid damage dealer. It still works. Okay, guys? So Bahamut, as far as what is he used for, he's the best in class for everyone based on how you build him. Unfortunately, till he becomes a 2-star Esper, he's gonna get no killer effects yet. He is designed to kind of fit that role. So it's up to you. If you find that the other Espers you have just don't benefit a particular character you have and you want that character to kind of excel more, then build Bahamut towards that one powerful character you have, so that you can utilize them that way, okay? But in this case, because of how the game is formulated, killer effects are a lot more important than base stats because it increases your damage by 50%. That is huge, and especially if some of them you can craft them, so you can get a unit that has, let's say, Dragon Killer on them. You can get the Dragon Killer materia. Then you can get an Esper that has Dragon Killer on it. You can get weapons that have Dragon Killer on it. When you stack all of those, your unit can break like 200, 300% extra damage that they would have done that you will never be able to get from an Esper's just boost from having them equipped, as well as anything else in the game. So killer effects are, in my personal opinion, one of the best materia in the game and the best thing to always pick up on any Esper, any item, because of how much they affect the multiplier on your unit's damage. Okay, guys? So that's kind of how I built my Bahamut. That's kind of how I completed the Bahamut challenge. I am in the process of kind of building a team to do it the normal way, because this only works if somebody else has beat Bahamut. And those people who beat Bahamut had to beat Bahamut. a different way. They couldn't use Bahamut because nobody else had them. So I'm gonna make a party. I'm gonna do it the way that it was intended, and then I'm gonna post that video a little bit later. But I wanted to get this out there to show you probably the easiest way to do it, the one with the least amount of headaches, and it's gonna be the most efficient as long as you have someone on your friends list that has completed it and they are trying to help their other people on their friends list. So if you're on my friends list, hopefully this will help you guys out. I am working on trying to get more Evo Magic materia, so my Garnet will be fully geared up for that soon for you guys if you do need the help. So I apologize for the wait either way. Alright guys, thank you so much for sticking around. If you did enjoy the content, hit that like and subscribe button. I will see you guys in the next video, and definitely let me know how you guys are doing as far as trying to get to Bahamut. And if there's any tips and tricks you guys want to share in the comment section below that we can share with me, then we can also share with each other. Alright guys, so I will definitely read the comment sections as I always do, and I reply to everything. Come on, like it's nothing new. Alright guys, I will see you in the next video. I'm out of here. Peace!
Decided.